It's no secret that the real estate market is off to a really slow start this year. Here we are in the third week of April in what should be the busiest season of the year, waiting for the busy spring season to start. And it's not surprising really when you think about it. With all the talk of tariffs and will there be a recession going on, it's made a lot of potential buyers nervous. In fact, it's forced them to the sidelines, and it's completely understandable. But saying that, it's also created some of the absolute best buying opportunities that I have seen in this area in years. Today I am coming to you from the Windsong Ranch community in Prosper, one of the most popular master plan communities in the area. And I'm going to be featuring one of those exceptional deals. Now, Windsong Ranch is actually getting close to build out. There's not that much left here. So if you're interested in new construction and you want Windsong Ranch, your opportunities are fast running out. But the home I'm going to be featuring today has recently had an $89,000 price reduction. And it is one of those opportunities on a quick move-in home that, if you're in the right position, is worth taking a look at. I'd also like to invite you to stick around to the end of this video. While it's very common for buyers to focus in on price and try and get a builder or a reseller to get them the lowest price possible, I'm going to demonstrate to you why that may not be the smartest move. Where if you're really looking to increase your buying power and you're looking for overall affordability, mortgage rates move the needle more than the price does. So actually trying to get a concession towards a permanent rate buy down can do a whole lot more than just a lower price. So stick around to the end and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. The home that we're going to be touring today is the home that you see directly behind me. And as I mentioned, it is built by Southgate Homes. This particular home is the Penbrook 2 floor plan, one of the most popular floor plans that Southgate built here in their 61-foot wide lot series. Now, this particular home features 4 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It has a study, a media room, and a game room in 3,757 square feet of living space. And as mentioned, it has recently had an $89,000 price reduction. I know you're going to love it. Let's go take a look. If you're a fan of tall ceilings and lots of natural light, then you are really going to like this home. So one of the other things about this floor plan that I think is really nice, and the fact of why it's probably so popular, is where all the rooms are located. So down here on the main floor, you're going to have the primary bedroom. You're also going to have a second bedroom on the main floor with a full bath as well as the study. And then when you go upstairs, you're going to find 2 additional bedrooms, the game room and the media room. Let me show you around. So here's the view from the front door, and as you can see, you've got these massive glass sliders across the back. So there's tons of natural light pouring in all the way around in this home. Immediately to the right of the front door here, as we make our way around, you do have one of the bedrooms located here on the main floor. It's a good sized room overall, and again, you can see how bright the room is. All of the bedrooms except one in this home are going to have their own bath. So this home, or this room right here, you can see there's the vanity, and it's got a nice big step-in shower right there. Then here on the other side of the entry, we've got the little mud bench. You've got a storage closet right there, the mud bench, and then the door right there goes out to the garage, which is a 3-car tandem. As we continue down, next up you get to the study. So again, it's right here off of the main entry. So you've got a double glass door entry, so the French door is right there. A couple of windows. Again, lots of natural light everywhere you go in this home. And then directly opposite the study, as you can see, that is the staircase that is heading up. And then right here, you will have storage underneath the stairs, so a coat closet plus plenty of storage. And then from there, it's going to lead you through into the main great room, the main living area. Before we get there, off to the right here, you do have a powder room. So perfect for guests right here off the main hall. And then opposite the powder room is where you are going to find the laundry room. So you've got upper cabinets right there, your washer dryer hookups, and then the door there leads into the master closet. Next up we have the great room. As you can see here as we walk in, you've got the fireplace with a mantle, and then a really nice tall ceilings here in the family room. So vaulted ceilings all the way up. And as I mentioned right as we started, or right as we came into the home, you've got the beautiful sliders here across the back, which open all the way up. Directly adjacent, you have the kitchen. So you've got a really nice size island here. So you could comfortably fit 4 bar stools right there. And then you've got white shaker cabinets throughout that go all the way up to the ceiling. Nice touch on the light fixtures. And then you've got quartz countertops and this small subway tile backsplash right here. It looks really good with the counters. Matches everything kind of done in a dark charcoal gray and light gray colors. Throughout here, you've got the 6-burner KitchenAid cooktop right there. And then you've got a nice size pantry. The shelves wrap around to all 3 walls. And then just beyond the kitchen here, you do have the breakfast area, or it's the only dining area really. It is a really good size, and one of the things I really like that they've done here is you've got the bench seating all the way around. And not only do you have that bench seating, look at all of the windows. There are 8 windows plus the glass door just in this area. So tons and tons of natural light pouring in. And then adjacent to the fireplace here is where you're going to find the primary bedroom. So the hardwood floors that you see are throughout the main living area on the main floor, with the exception of the front bedroom. So here you've got the nice tray ceiling. Again, nice windows across the back for tons of natural light. And then this leads directly through into the primary suite. So you've got the standalone soaking tub right there, and then an absolutely massive walk-through shower. Dual shower heads right there. Goes all the way across. And then back over on this side, you do have dual vanities with the additional storage cabinet right there. And then you've got the primary closet here across the back. So double rows of hanging. You've got the built-in cubbies right there. Additional shelving up the top. And then this right here is the door that leads into the laundry room. So with that, let's go take a look at the backyard. So what are your thoughts of this home so far? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of the floor plan here on the main level? Now, if you've got questions about this home, or if you want information on other homes that Southgate has available, or any of the builders here in Windsong Ranch on what's remaining, I invite you to reach out. You can go ahead and call or text the number that's up on your screen. Now, if you would like to get additional information about this home, see all of the latest pricing, see a copy of the floor plan, then I invite you to go ahead and scan this QR code right here. That is going to take you to a property details page. Alternatively, I have got a link in the description below that will take you to that same property details page where you can get all of that information. So as you walk out, you've got a rather large covered patio. So you've got a plug right there, so you're all set should you want to hang a TV. You've also got some receptacles up there where you could add speakers out here if you would like to. And then the backyard. As mentioned, these homes are all being built on a 61-foot wide lot, and this one is just very rectangular. It's a good amount of space back here, to be honest, and you do sit nice up So you sit nicely above the homes directly behind you, what I was trying to say right there. So there's not really anyone looking directly in. And you've got plenty of room out here should you want to put in a pool, extend that covered patio out, build an outdoor kitchen, anything along those lines. And with that, we will make our way upstairs. So as you get to the top of the stairs, you're going to step into the game room. So the game room is the first area that you're going to see. And then just off the game room is where you're going to find the media room. Then you're going to find one of the additional bedrooms off this way and another one off this way. So let me show you around. So like with the other areas, again, you've got tons of natural light here with all of the windows. So adjacent to the game room here, you do have the media room. Nice size media room overall, and it's fully dark, so it's a true media room as you can see. And then you've got the double doors right there going in, and as expected, the room is all pre-wired for your surround sound. Here in the game room, you also have outlets here up on the wall for TV. So this could be almost like a second family room if you've got, kids that spend their time upstairs, something like that. And as you continue to the front of the home, you've got a bedroom here. Again, a pretty nice sized room overall for a secondary bedroom, bigger than some that I see in many of the other models. And then again, you do have your own bath right here. So you've got the vanity, a full step-in shower, and then you access the closet here from inside of the bath. As we make our way across to the other side, that is where we're going to come and find the last of the bedrooms as well as another bathroom. One feature I would like to point out is this area right here. It's like a little tech center. So there's nothing built in right now, but there's a lot you could do right here. So you could build in a desk with a couple of seats. You could put some upper cabinets in up there. Make it a little computer station if that would work out. And then here is where the last of the bedrooms is. Again, not a bad size at all. Not quite as much light in this one with only one window. And then you do have the closet. So pretty typical, not a bad closet. And then you do have access into storage, the attic area there. And then this is the only bedroom where the bath is not attached. So you've got the vanity right here. And then this one also does have a tub. So if you've got a requirement for a tub in one of the secondary baths, you do have this right here. So what did you think? It's an absolutely beautiful home, isn't it? Let me know in the comments below what you thought now that you've seen the entire home. Now, as promised right at the beginning, what I'm going to do now is actually go back to my office, and I want to show you why, even though the market's down right now, pushing the builders for a price reduction may not be the best thing for you to do. Now, in terms of affordability, mortgage rates actually move the needle a whole lot more than price reductions do. To give you an idea, a 1% reduction in a mortgage rate is equivalent to about a 10% price reduction. And getting these builders to knock another 10 or 15% off the price, I'll be honest, it's going to be a challenge in many cases. But trying to get some additional money for a permanent rate buy down, and maybe even a rate of like 4.99% fixed for 30 years, will actually make a tremendous difference in terms of your monthly payment. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that here in just a couple of minutes. Now, as mentioned earlier, if you'd like additional information about this home, then I invite you to call or text the number that is up on your screen. Alternatively, if you scan that QR code, that's going to take you to the property details page where you can get all of the latest pricing information, see the floor plan, and whatever photos are available. Now let's head back to the office. All right, so we're back in the office, and I wanted to spend just a few minutes with you to share why pursuing the absolute lowest purchase price may not be in your best interest or may not be the best strategy if you're looking to save money both monthly and over the life that you own the home. Now, it seems counterintuitive at times because it's always about how much will the builder discount? How much will the builder discount? But again, it's not necessarily always about price. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen and show you exactly why. And I honestly think you're going to be surprised. All right, so what we're looking at here is a straightforward mortgage calculator, and I'm using the one from the Mortgage Nerd group. So Denise and her team are my preferred lender. And the house I was just at, the house we were just filming, the discounted price that they're at now is $949,000 and change. So for the examples that I'm going to be showing you right here, I'm assuming a 20% down payment, and I'm looking at principal and interest only. I haven't added in property tax. I haven't added in homeowners insurance. Those are going to be there either way. So I just want to focus on the difference in payment when you start looking at lowering the price or lowering the mortgage rate. So $949,000. We have a 20% down payment, so we have a loan amount of $759,200, and I'm using an interest rate of 6.875. So it's rounded up to 6.88 for this. Based on that, as you can see here, your monthly payment is $4,987 a month. So $4,987 based on today's interest rate at the purchase price or list price of $949. So what if we were able to negotiate with the builder and get them to knock an additional $50,000 off the price of the home? So now we've got that price down to $899,000. What would that do? Well, here's what that looks like. So if we get the value of the home or the purchase price of the home down to $899,000, we still put 20% down, right? All else remains the same. Our monthly mortgage payment is now $47.24. Not bad, a savings of $263 a month. Now, let's say we got really aggressive and we were able to get the builder to knock $100,000 off the price of the house. Now, I'm pretty good at negotiating deals for my clients, but I'm not sure that that's anywhere near remotely possible on this particular home based on the conversations that I have had with the builder in the past. But just for fun, let's imagine that's what we were able to do. So now the purchase price is $849,000. So $849,000, 20% down, everything else remains the same. We've now got a payment of $44.61 a month. Not bad at all, quite a big difference. As a matter of fact, that's $526 a month cheaper than it was at the current list price. Now let's go in the opposite direction. Let's not work the builder for the price reduction. Let's just try and get additional incentive money out of the builder in order to do a mortgage rate buy down. And you're seeing a lot of the builders do this, but quite often what you're seeing is a lower rate for the first year, a slightly higher rate for the second year, then depending on builder and program, it will get fixed there on out. So in this particular case, let's say we do that, and I happen to know that it is very possible these days to get enough concession money from the builders to get a 4.99% fixed rate, not for 1 year, not for 2 years, but for all 30 years. So a 30-year fixed rate at 4.99%. Can you imagine how long you may have to wait if you're on the sidelines right now to get a rate of 4.99%? But anyway, let's just say we did that. So let's take a look at this. Let's go back to a purchase price of $949,000. We're not even going to discuss price. We're just going to pay them what they're asking. 20% down, still the same, but we got that rate to 4.99%. How about that for the monthly payment now? $4,070, a savings of $917 a month, okay, which equates to about $11,000 a year. So while everyone's focus is normally on getting the builder to drop the price for the lowest possible price possible, working it from the mortgage rate perspective actually makes a lot more sense if you're looking to lower your monthly outlay and save money over the life of the loan. So what did you think? Pretty amazing, isn't it, when you start looking at things from that perspective and see how much money you can save? And I know you probably got a question and say, well, what about the property taxes? You left those out. If we get a lower purchase price, we're going to pay less in property taxes. And I get that. I understand exactly where you're coming from. But that may not entirely be true, because the county tax assessor is not going to know how much you paid for the home unless you tell them, which I don't recommend. Now, if you do get a deal such as that where you get $100,000 off, then by all means, and it's way below what your assessed value is, then go ahead and tell them. But for the most part, you don't want to disclose that information. They're going to independently appraise your home each and every year. But depending on which community, the tax rate in Windsong Ranch is going to run around 1.7%, somewhere right in there. So even if you lower the price $100,000, you're going to be saving 1.7%, right? That's nowhere near the savings that you're going to get by leaving the purchase price alone and attacking the mortgage rate. So again, this is a strategy that's not looked at by many. Obviously, the focus point is always the price, but it's just another way to do things, and it's another way deals can be structured with the builders if in fact you know what to ask for and what you're doing. So if you found this information useful, you'd like additional information on how this works, or you want me to try and get you a deal such as that with a builder that you're interested in, then I invite you to reach out. As always, you can call or text that number on your screen, or feel free to book a call with me. I've got a QR code right here that is going to take you directly to my calendar where you can go ahead and book that call. It's free, 30-minute consultation. So I thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you found this information useful. And now I know you're going to enjoy this video coming up next.